Welcome to the latest printed press. And yet again, every Wednesday, our focus is our Turkish Cypriots COVID-19 platform group. And today, again, we're going to be looking at the unsung heroes because there's many volunteers that are part of the COVID-19 platform group. And I'm very happy today to introduce Ayse Bekir, who is a carer, Naime Kale, who is a carer coordination team leader for the NHS, Arif Dervish, who is a sales executive for DHL, Gulay Ermiya, who is Genc's TV production director and occupational psychologist, and of course Erim Metto, CEO of the TCCA. Welcome everybody. Thank you very much for coming on the program.
Hi.
How are you all feeling?
Good.
Fantastic. We're ready. Right, we're going to go around and introduce ourselves to our audiences. Arif, can we start with you? Can you tell our audiences a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I currently work for DHL Parcel UK. I've been on furlough, pretty much like a lot of people, since April. Yeah, I'm from Essex originally, and I've been kind of helping out recently, which we'll touch on a little bit later. But my kind of background is sales, so I kind of look after businesses, arrange collections for them. So it's kind of ironic, which is going to kind of link into what I've been doing with this community as well. But yeah, I'm Turkish Cypriot, born and raised from London. And my wife is actually Gudfidan, who actually helps out here. And Sultan, I'm sure a lot of people know, Sultan actually works for the company as well. She's my sister-in-law, and she kind of helped me out and got me involved in this as well. So yeah, it's me.
Yeah, definitely. And she's already written. Look, she's in full support of you, Arif. And I can't see it properly today. We need
was waiting.
Read it out. Look, she's so lovely. Bless her.
I just only said my name.
With your daughter. He's a lucky man, 2 women on either side, I tell you. But anyway, she's saying well done, and well done to you, and she's saying well done to everybody, and basically well done to her as well for being part of it. This is the thing, it's like a family atmosphere, isn't it?
It is.
Us now. We're all like part of this big family team, really. It's all really, really good. Gulay, are you ready to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm ready. As you know, I'm the Genc TV production director. I'm also specialising in occupational psychology. But as Genc TV, we wanted to support this amazing initiative. So we have partnered up with TCCA and all the other amazing organisations, and we are supporting the group as part of the media.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done. And Gulay is like my partner in crime, really. We go together in twos, really. Me up front and her behind. But we're trying to slowly get her more within the programs because she's had a real big part in doing a lot of things, not only with the volunteering on Friday, but actually organising it week in, week out. And that's a lot of work with Sultan as well. So both of you have done an extreme amount of work. And later on in the programme, right at the end, we're going to watch the One Love video as well. And Gulay was very much part of editing all of that and being part of that, really. So it was a really fantastic initiative. Started off with the brainchild of Erim, but it was lovely. So we're going to reminisce back to that and show everybody. Ayse, tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh gosh, are you?
She's stuck.
Hi, well, I start off with I'm a mother of 4 lovely adult children. Yeah, I work in education. I have worked in education. I'm currently a carer, and I've been with TCCA for coming up to 6 years now.
Yeah, on and off.
Long time.
Yes.
And yeah, it's been great. And now we've started all the on and off. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good 6 years, and hopefully many more to come. Yes. Hopefully, but no, we've been really well. And now we started helping with the crisis that we've got at the moment, which is not nice, but we're going out there helping our lovely community.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I'm enjoying it, which is good.
For a very long time, for nearly 6 years. That's, you know, quite a while that you've been part of the TCCA. But obviously now, like you said, because of the crisis, we're focusing on all our outreach work, you know, going into homes and delivering shopping and all the different initiatives. Naime, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, your involvement with the NHS?
Yep. I work for the NHS as a team leader. Our job is to coordinate some of our most vulnerable patients' care. So our aim is to make sure that they can stay at home more freely and reduce their time in hospital, and make sure that they can come and live back again independently within the community. So we hold quite a key role really in bringing all the help they need to themselves, so that they're not having to go and look for it them while they're ill, or even if they can't.
Yeah, definitely. And you've been on my program before anyway.
I have.
Yeah, I had a lot of very positive feedback with a lot of the things that you were saying. Actually, you gave a lot of hope and information to a lot of people. So thank you very much for coming on my program again. Erim, can you give us a little bit of an update as to what the COVID-19 group has been up to this week?
Yeah, I mean, what we've been doing is obviously cementing what's already been completed in the past, and we've said that we want to now stretch arms to cover out areas outside of London. So one of the things we did is we've been speaking to other organisations that we work very closely with, such as Chutters, such as the Dr. Fazıl Küçük Turkish School, such as the Cyprus Islamic Association. There's a whole list of them, maybe about 25, 30 people who are outside and who have had no help or very minimal help. So we want to basically go out to other charities in those areas, sort out a relationship with those charities where they can actually take on the burden of supporting our members of our community in places like Leeds, in places like Birmingham, in Coventry, in Bristol, in Bournemouth. So yeah, that's what we've been focusing on. We've also had new requests from other hospitals, other hospital sections around help that's wanted in those areas. So Great Ormond Street has contacted us, and there's a separate section there that needs support. We've also spoken to Chase Farm Hospital, and they need some help as well. So we're going to be stretching our arms to those organisations. We was planning on starting to wind down the initiative due to the fact that the COVID pandemic, according to the government, is coming down, and things are being open, so people have more access to the essentials of life. However, there's been some other organisations which want to volunteer additional food items for us, so we're going to be looking at extending possibly by another couple of weeks the full-on run that we do, and thereafter then start to look after just the essential people, i.e. the ones who are over 70, the ones who are infirm, the ones who can't get out of their homes. So we're not going to just stop. We're going to be carrying on until the pandemic is fully over, and thereafter the initiative that we've got here, we want to build on that, because there's other sections of the community that do need support, and we want to see how the systems that we have in place here can be utilized in the future as a consulted effort of volunteers that can help the community in times of need.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I just want to say one more thing, Ayse, is that this program that we did, which we started off about 2-3 weeks ago, the Unsung Heroes segment, I think that this is the best of what we've done over the 3 months of programming, and that is because these are individuals who come together. They don't need to support their fellow human beings in their community, but they do. They give up their time, they give up their finances to do this, and they also look after beyond what we expect these individuals in our community who are suffering at this moment in time.
That's correct, definitely. I think it has been, I agree with you, these last 3 programs that we've done about the volunteers as part of the COVID-19 platform group that we've set up has been the best, definitely, and the most heartwarming, because it's true, people are taking out their own time and volunteering, and, it makes us all, draw together as a community and obviously help our vulnerable, because there's been a lot of vulnerable people out there and they would have been lost without us, really. So I think it's been very, very good. Arif, tell us a little bit specifically about the voluntary work that you've done for the COVID-19 group.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how I first got into it was my wife, as I mentioned, was started to help out because of her sister. So we've got a daughter, 5-year-old little girl, Navaya, at home. So I stay home, I look after her, so she goes out. So in that sense, I kind of felt like, I was kind of supporting in the sense where, you can go, you help where people, I got this at home, even though schooling was a little bit hard and challenging, I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of fun, a lot of games. And then I started to go shopping for a lady, for Ayse abla, that she used to go for. So I started doing it slowly, and I said, let me go Tesco's instead because it's so long. And then we started going together, and then I did some other bits and pieces. So I heard about some other families, some Cypriot families where they got stuck here, they got a newborn baby, and I just hear these in the background, so I just jumped on it. As I started helping out, it felt like, it felt good helping out, and it opened my eyes, how much more vulnerable people there are. You hear about it on the news and everywhere, but when it's kind of local to you, it becomes a little bit more real. And then you feel like, actually you could do something. And that can be anything. It can be, donating something. It can be just being supportive at home and letting someone else do it, or go in there being supportive. It can be driving. There's so many ways that you can actually help out. And then I started kind of getting involved in that. I remember I got some nappies and some baby food from Turkish Cypriot family. Someone else needed a Hoover. They couldn't leave the homes. I did that. And then I heard about Great Ormond Street Hospital. There's a unit there for kids, the MCU unit, to get some food for the NHS staff there. So I was like, I jumped on that as well. I collected like 30 meals and I took it there. So little bits and pieces I've done. I mean, I haven't done half or nowhere near half as much as I hear, but I don't think it's about how much you actually do. It's what you can do, and whatever you can do is enough. If you could do more, great. But hearing everything, and Erim, you're mentioning, he's going to kind of die down, and you're going to look after, let's say, over 70. But how I feel and the way our lifestyle's kind of changed around, I can't help. I can see us continuing this. Just kind of still helping out, because I think it's going to be like this for a long time. That's how I kind of got involved. I heard again, we got, like Erim, you mentioned it, in Great Ormond Street, there's another department that needs something, and I'm like, I'll be on that. I'll go there, I'll collect it, I'll take the food. It's simple, not simple, but I can do it. I'm still on furlough. I like to work, so there's another element of like, I'm on furlough, I'm not working at the moment, so it's something for me to do, but it feels good. It feels good that we're helping, and we need to help. If we don't help, who's going to help,
And I can feel when you're talking about it now, your energy is so positive, and you're just, excited about it. And the fact that you're saying this isn't going to end, we're going to carry on. It's true. I think our way of thinking has developed and evolved due to this crisis and pandemic. And I think once it is over, I think our communities have joined more together, and we will be doing more voluntary work, because obviously these vulnerable people are still out there, irrelevant of whether there's a pandemic or not. But obviously we shall evolve with the times and cater to the needs needed at that time. And that's what's great about the TCCA anyway, is the fact that they're very fluid and they're very good at sort of moving with the times. And we've got lots and lots of comments. I shall try and read them. I've got... my contact lenses aren't great today, but I will try and read them. But before we do that, I think we'll just move on to Gulay, and Gulay can tell us a little bit about how she's been involved with the COVID-19 platform group.
I've also helped coordinate the group. So from organising the befrienders and also helping organise the food runs, but also as You're Against TV, we have helped take the lead with the media side. So with yourself, obviously, we have been doing these weekly programmes, and with Erim Metto. So we've had a range of different programmes, from health experts to giving financial advice, to bringing on all the organisations that we work with, and also the last 3 episodes, which we have been doing about the unsung heroes. So it's been, we've not just obviously advised our public, we've also shown how hard people are working. I mean, it's been a pleasure organising everything, but it's good to have everyone on who are volunteering. I've just been helping coordinate things and also helping with the media side. So we just want to make sure that our public are informed and, provide our services as the media.
And as part of the organising, you briefly skim over that, but actually it's hours and hours of work every single day, where she's coordinating who does which delivery. Literally, she gets all the information about the volunteers, her and Gulay and Sultan, and then they divvy it out to the relevant people. They then organise the Friday runs, where we have to bring all the food to one area. We have to pack it all up and then again label every single bag, address it. They provide us with lists that we tick off, and we give information every weekly, and then they update that. It's a phenomenal amount of work. So honestly, you've done really, really well. So
I want to say thank you to Sultan from here. I wouldn't be able to do it without her, but also thank you to the volunteers, because I know we are like coordinating things, but without you, things won't be able to happen. So thank you for all of you.
Yeah, I'm going to try and read a few comments. There's so many comments coming in. Hussein Hoja, well done, everyone. Very proud of you all. And then Gulfidan, who is Arif's partner. And Gulfidan actually was the original person that was involved with the COVID group. And then she brought Arif in as well, as Arif described to us. She's saying, well done, Hubby Arif. Thank you for supporting something that's so close to my heart. And then she's put, yay, we finally have beautiful Gulay on, who works tirelessly on this project with Sultan and Erim, thanking all the volunteers who turn up weekly and work hard endlessly to support this amazing cause, including you, Ayse. And thank you very much. Sorry, you could just see my forehead. But I just thought it was important to read it. Then Sultan, who partners up with Gulay, has written, my partner in crime, Gulay. And then Arif, and then Erven has put, I think, what is that? Clapping hands. Clapping hands, is it? And then Henry put, well done, everybody. You are working as a team to support people. Hussein Hoja again has put, TCCA Haringey has always been there for the community. That's true. The TCCA has been. It's an organisation that's been running for many, many years. It's also known as the Toplum Medicares. And it's been running for many, many years. Thumbs up. Yili has put, you're all so amazing. Well done, guys, for all that you're all doing. And then Hussein Hoja again, Erim Metto, always there for the community. Sultan, oh gosh, I've skipped it. You're also amazing. Thank you so much for all the fantastic help that you give. Then Murat has said, I'm a long friend of Arif Dervish. My name is Murat Raif and I live in Essex, and I'm a fuel tanker driver keeping the country going. We will beat this virus, inshallah. We can find a vaccine, and may we all keep safe and keep our self-distance. Respect to you all. Well done, Arif. So that's obviously a friend of yours. Bigging you up. Then Ertan Karpazlı, who is also somebody who comes on our programs and we support, has said, don't forget those who have worked in supermarkets. Certainly, yeah, definitely. That's true. And they've put themselves at risk. Very good point, Ertan. And then Hussein Hoja again, Turkish Cypriots are a very giving community that makes me very proud. Said, Kan Kelebek has put, really are the unsung heroes. You're a credit, all the credit to our community. Once it's all over, we'll be singing for you. God, come on my program and do that. So really unsung heroes, credit to our community. Once this is all over, we'll be singing for you. Yeah, well, that's it now. I'm holding you to that, Serkan. You're going to come on my program and sing. Right? I'm waiting for your comment. Right, we're going to wait there and then we'll continue with the comments. Ayse, tell us about all the voluntary stuff that you've done.
Well, as I said earlier on, I've been teaming with TCCA for 6 years, but lately, the crisis we've had, good, because like we started off, there's like Erin put a request at the beginning of our lockdown for people to be befriended. I put my forward for that. Yeah. But for me personally, which I feel has helped the community, for the most part, knowing that every week without fail, our lovely people are getting food, maybe hot food or cold food. And I just feel it's a massive reassurance for them. As like some of our vulnerable people are self-isolating or unable to leave their homes, or some of their family members don't live nearby, unable to assist them. You know, and it does affect these guys physically and mentally as much as it affects us as well, with our mental and physical health and our well-being. So it works both ways. But for me, I have really enjoyed it because I found the welcome and the praise you get when you deliver to the vulnerable community, the praise you get at the door overwhelming. It's, you just can't explain it. The thanks they give you, the look they give you, and you deep down, you are really helping their mental and health state as much as what is going on in this with this crisis that we've got. But it is so overwhelming, you know. I don't think they can thank us enough. I know it's a bit of time we give, but it helps us as well. And it helps me personally, because I feel that I've become a better person, and I don't take a lot for granted now. And I look at what I've got and I feel I'm privileged because I've got support around me when some of our community don't have that. So, but for me, it's just, so I'm just getting a bit overwhelmed by it all. Sorry.
No, yes, it's true though. All the things that you're saying are very, very true. You're actually going to the heart and the core of it, really, as to why we do these things.
It doesn't give up much time just to give somebody 5-10 minutes of your time anyway. But it's like when I do befriending as well, it's lovely. I talked to 2 lovely people and I got to meet them now. It's lovely. Instead of talking to them the past 8 weeks, she managed to meet them face to face. And it's nice to put a face to somebody you've been talking to over the phone. No, it's really nice. Like I said, the approval and the welcome you get is very overwhelming. Yeah, and it makes you feel good in yourself as well.
It does. That's a very good point. It changes the gear, doesn't it, a little bit for yourself as well. Naime, tell us about the voluntary work that you've done for the group.
So, to be honest, this guy put me to shame, to be fair, because they're doing so much work. They're doing so much work. But I'm working full time, so I'm trying my best.
NHS, exactly. So you're a hero anyway. Sorry, go on.
That's all right. Thank you. So I'm trying to put in as much as possible. So I do some of the food runs that we do on the Friday. And again, it's just been so satisfying because there's been people that says you're the first contact I had the whole week, and you stand there and you have a little chat, and it's just so rewarding and really, really lovely. I think majority of my work is probably happening in the background. Some of you already know that I'm also part of Chattu, who supports the homeless, but we've been working really closely with the COVID-19 support group and lots of different organizations as well to be able to put our service as such to good use. So I think it's been going really, really well. But yeah, on my end, it's mainly chatter work and wherever I can to help with the food run.
Yeah, no, and what you're doing is amazing anyway during your work time. So really, we can't expect any more. And like Arif said, it's about not how much you do, but what you do. And I think everything that you've done has been very worthwhile, Naime. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Erim, obviously, everyone knows what you do. But it'd be quite nice if you could summarise a little bit. I mean, we always skip over it, but it'd be nice for us to actually know exactly what you do as well and remind everybody the amount of work that you actually to run this all.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I want to mention, first of all, pick up on things that people have said. I mean, like Naime just mentioned that she works for the NHS and then she does a food run on the odd occasion. But you've got to remember that when she does the food run, she'll come from work, she'll go home, she'll come to my place, which is miles away from where she is, to do a pickup of food, and then she'll go and distribute to 8-9 properties in a location that she's not in. Ayse has been working with the organisation for years, but she hasn't been working for the organisation, she's been volunteering for the organisation. That's 6 years of unpaid, helping homeless people, helping young kids who need mentoring, who need support, who need help in the community. Gulay has done myriads of hours, not just on this project, but other projects that we're basically doing to try and help the community, and that's not even mentioned. And and Arif has come on board, and what I know about Arif is that we needed an emergency food run, and within hours he was no issue, went and picked up, went and delivered to Great Ormond Street, no issue at all. And this is like the strength of our community, is that when our community is in need, away from any conflict, away from any politics, we're there for the community as individuals, and there's no real hierarchy. Although I'm the person that's seen as being the leader, there's no leadership. It just is so fluid that it just happens. I turn up there on a Friday and it's happening, and even if I wasn't there, it would happen, because people are there with genuine intent to help those most in need within the community, and that's why it works so well. I mean, my role is that I am the CEO of TCCA, Turkish Cypriot Community Association, which is the largest Turkish Cypriot organisation in terms of turnover and staffing, charity, shall I say, in the UK. We're very fluid around working with organisations. We don't turn any organisation away, be it religious, be it right wing, be it left wing, whatever. As long as you have an intent to serve the community, the doors are open for access of space. We work very closely with organisations such as the Football Federation. We work with a number of Turkish schools. We work with Çatı very, very closely, because what we do as an organisation is we mirror exactly what Çatı does, and that is to help vulnerable. We do homeless runs on regular occasions. And I think one of the things that we noted was that, for example, there was a delivery done to a student who's here from Cyprus in South London, and there was a separate one done a couple of days after. So we noted that obviously other organisations are helping him. By being able to work together very, very closely, we can avoid any duplication and ensure that people in need get exactly what they need. And another example of how all this kind of working together does work effectively is that yesterday I went to South London, had a meeting with Ulas from the Turkish school, with also with the Çatı head Muniver and Metin Harper, who's also a totally amazing person around working with the community. And what they said to us was that all the South London deliveries you can deliver to us, and we will do the South London deliveries, which stops us having to duplicate work that's already been done. And someone who's already operating there, they can take the lead in it. It's a community response. It's truly and utterly a community response to people there to serve those most in need, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I like that example, how you've collaborated with Çatı, and obviously, like you said, they have, volunteered to help out with the South London deliveries, and you've collaborated and said yes to that. That's exactly it. I think we need to bring all the groups together and work collaboratively. Exactly. I think that's a very good point. Sonj has said, my pleasure, wish I could do more. Amina, keep up the great work, team. Love what Arif said. It's not how much you do, but it's what you do. Awesome effort. Amina's dad, Saf. Bayram, who was on my program last week, has put süpersiniz arkadaşlar, hayırlı yayınlar. Seref has put, so proud of my brother and my sister-in-law. Oh, that's lovely. Bayram, Ayse Nur abla, you are amazing, love you. Lots cuz. Erin, well done to my little sister, so proud of her and her commitment. Bayram has put Mr. Dervish, one of a kind, great. Erin, oops, my sister is Ayse, okay. Yes, I mean, well done all of you, in particular my dearest friend Naime and Erim Abi, the efforts you put into helping and touching lives. Great program, thank you very much. Bayram, great Ormond Street Hospital tomorrow, see you tomorrow. So obviously you're already planning. Fatima Mehmet has put well done all of you, great job. Sheriff Dervish has put communities unite, planning for tomorrow, the future and beyond. So we can see from these comments that we're inspiring a lot of people. A big cuddle for you on Friday, Ayse Abla, that's from Gülfidan. Shirley, well done all of you. Melly Dervish, well done, we're all proud of you all and you're super. So Dervish, you got a lot of your family backing you up tonight on this show. I tell you,
there's a lot of dervishes.
They're all there.
Yeah,
I love
all
it.
stick together.
That's how we are. That's how we are, though, isn't it? That's how we are. Sultan, Ayse Abla, see you Friday. Yes, definitely. With your great organisation skills. Yes. Definitely. Ayse, that's for you. Well done, all of you. Sonj, amazing people. Sheriff Dervish, again, simple actions but huge impacts can make a difference. So this is all comments to what we've been saying, basically. Bayram hepiniz yıldızsınız. Sizin gibi insanlar ihtiyacımız var. Her şey toplumumuz için. So he's basically saying everything that we do is for our community. You're like stars as far as I'm concerned. And Yasemin has put, well done all of you. In particular, my dearest friend Naime, Ertan Abi and Gulay, Ayse, know the hard work and efforts you go to, touching and changing lives. Very inspiring. Now, that's what I was going to move on to now, one by one. How do you think the things that we've done is going to bring the community together? Arif, let's start with you. So we're thinking about the now and we're thinking about the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of days ago, I got told that I'm going to be returning back to work soon on the 15th of this month, and so it just got me thinking. I need to prepare myself for work. We've been on furlough, been on lockdown, so mindset's different. You kind of get used to it. So I'm starting to prepare myself for work. However, what I've been doing, I mean, like I mentioned, it's not that much, but I've kind of been in the background supporting my wife, doing quite a lot as well. What's important is the mindset moving forward. Work is going to be totally different, but also this pandemic is going to be around, like I mentioned before, for a long time. And I think what's happening is that we need to remember that these people before the pandemic, they were still there. They didn't just appear out of nowhere. These guys were vulnerable already. Yes, we're helping now because we can now. We could before as well, but more so now because of the lockdown. Now, moving forward, me personally, I'm gonna be conscious about my work and what's happening in the background, and I'm gonna use that, be conscious of it, and kind of use that energy, that passion, that sort of drive where be content with myself because there are others that are in vulnerable positions. So it's going to help me mentally. It's going to make me focus more, but I'm going to be more conscious and more aware that there's people still need help. They're not going to stop needing help. They're always going to need help. And if I can help in any little way that I can, then I'm going to do it. But we have to be realistic. We all have our lives. We've got our families. We have work. We have jobs where they're really demanding. So I get that. But whatever we can do, if we can share something on social media, if we can inspire someone, if we could just kind of put it out there and say, guys, whatever you can do, if you can donate something, great. If you can go and give a hand, put some hours in, some labor in, great. If you can drive somewhere, amazing. If you can, maybe if you can't do it and you know someone that can do it and that likes that sort of, wants to get involved, then share. So that's what I think we've got to do. We've got to keep on sharing, keep on talking about it. Don't let it die down in the background. Keep it on the forefront of everyone's mind, and just kind of keep moving and pressing on. And then all of a sudden, it'll be the norm. If we can make this the norm, then we can live in a better community, basically, in a better place. But yeah, that's how
things that you said. That's amazing. Naime, can you tell us how you think it's going to bring the community together in the future?
I think it's undeniable that as a community, as much as there's been things going on, there has been a slight breakage, and maybe we weren't actually supportive enough, actually. And I think we also touched on last time that we could see, there was lots of criticism coming in about all the work happening and all the help being shared. And we even then said it's going to help inspire people and it's going to get people to come and join, and we need to carry on sharing, and it should be supported and not criticized. And I think we were right, because now we doubled and we doubled again, so we're probably 4 times bigger in human power, and I think it's inspired a lot of people to come along and do something. And maybe not hours, but even 1 hour a week is making a difference somewhere. So I think it's going to carry on. I mean, for me, obviously, of course, it's going to carry on because of Chatse, and our organization has been before COVID-19, and it's going to carry on after COVID-19. But the best part out of this is that we will be working with very strong organization, and we've made such amazing working partnerships that I think we'll carry on doing amazing work. What I'd like to do is invite people to sign up to these organizations if they do want to give to the community. And it just doesn't have to be Turkish community either. There is a lot of vulnerable people out there that we can touch their lives by really simple actions. Support us, come along and see what you can do.
Definitely. I think you've got a good point there. We do obviously essentially cater for the Turkish Cypriot community, but we've said on this program before, it's open to whoever needs support. Really, we would be there to support them. And I agree with everything that you said. And people have commented saying really well said. Arif, this is something really good to come out of an awful situation. Jana said, all of you are inspiration. Thank you for the hard work. Arif is my old friend who I haven't seen for ages, and knowing that he's still a great person is good to know. Oh, that's lovely. And Dennis Gulay yayınlar. And lots of claps and support from lots of different people. Ayse, tell us, how do you think the future is with you know, with our volunteering? Do you think the community has pulled more together since these times?
I think she's coming.
Oh, definitely. And I agree with what Naime and Arif said earlier on. It doesn't matter how much time and effort you put in. Every small step makes a massive difference, you know. And yeah, and I agree with what Erim was saying as well earlier on. We're not stopping. This is just a start. It's unfortunate the way it's happened, but we've still got a lot more to give. And Erim, I'm still with you. I'm still going to be behind you.
Yeah,
but yeah, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
And we can give so much more to our community and bring us a lot stronger, make us. I know what we were saying earlier on as well. There's other people we help as well as, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Naime just makes the call and I just follow.
I don't think you just follow. I think you do a lot more than that.
Yeah,
definitely, a lot more. We've got so many comments. Shall I go through a few more? Naime Dyson, really well said, Arif. This is to be really good. Come out of an awful situation. Melly Dervish has put hello also. I love that. That's like, God bless you, sort of thing. Erdem, yo from Turkey. Where we got viewers from Turkey. And you all have done a splendid job. Special thanks to my great friend Arif. Pembe Kale, well done, everyone. It's so amazing to hear from you all. Naime, you're making me so proud. Annem, I love you. Oh, is that your mum, Naime? That's lovely. But isn't that good? So, you know, you're giving out to the community, but look how many family members are supporting us. It's fabulous. It's good. It makes you feel like a lot of you were saying, it puts you in a different gear. It makes you feel positive. It makes you feel like you're actually making a difference. In a time where we've been all stuck at home, not being able to work, not being able to socialize, at least if we're giving back to the community, that's something, isn't it? Gulfidan Dervish, today, tomorrow, and the future, I'll always be with the organization. Definitely, Gulfidan. We want you to be with us. You're an amazing lady, so keep up the good work. And not only is she volunteering, but she's a young mum, and she's doing all of that and being a young mum as well. So commendable, Gulfidan, about that too, I might mention, because your husband said, oh, it wasn't that easy.
Go back to school.
Just remember that when you go back to work. It's not easy, is it? It's not easy when they're at that age and they're like into everything and they're running around. You need a lot of energy.
But can I just say something, just touching on that? It's a good time to educate these kids. You know, my daughter and the virus, she's 5 years old. So getting them to understand about this pandemic, what's happening, but also this charitable work that we're doing, you know, showing her to appreciate what you have, because some people don't have these things. So we're using it we've been using it to educate our daughter as well. So it's good.
Of course, definitely. And you'd be surprised how much they pick up, even from a very young age. You're building their foundations. 100%. Having that community around you will make her a stronger person as well. And, you know, seeing her mum and her dad doing all of these things, you're inspiring her to be a good person in the community when she's older. So, yeah, commendable. Bayram Ayse Abla, loving the Emirates behind you. Come on, you gunners. I don't know anything about that one. No comment. I work at White Hart Lane, so that's telling you something. I'm not commenting on that one. Sheriff, although Bayram is part of the Football Federation, he helps a lot of young kids get into football. So in that sense, he's very commendable. Yeah, so I forgive him for making that comment. Sherifa, well done, everyone. You're also my sister Naime Kala. I'm so proud of you. I love you. Sheriff Dervish, yes, brother, that should be the new normal. So proud. And then Zehra Dervish said, can someone read that to me? Do you want to read that? Shall we have it up on the thing? Zehra Dervish, right? Go on then, Arif, read that to me.
Oh, man, my Turkish is not.
Who's going to read it?
Who's
going to read it?
Man, put me on the spot.
Öncelikle alkışlamak istiyorum. Yaptıkları yardımlardan dolayı bütün ekibi tebrik ediyorum. Oğlum Arif ve gelinim Gülfidan'ı da kutlarım.
Zehra teyze.
Mum.
Thanks, Mum. She is, yeah, she is.
Lovely.
Yeah, she
She's
does,
here.
yeah.
I'll say hello to your mum. That's lovely. Right. Erim, we'll just quickly touch upon what you think about bringing the community. We've spoken about this a lot, and we're going to end with Gulay, and then after Gulay, we're going to show the One Love video, which is a huge demonstration of how the community came together. That's why I'm ending with Gulay on this. But Erim, if there's any last words that you'd like to say to our audience about bringing the community together and the future.
I think as a community, we're really blessed to be such a giving community and have such giving people. I think that you guys symbolize what's so positive in our community. And I think what we need to get into is a mold where we support each other rather than go into competition against each other. We raise each other rather than bringing each other down. I think that's really important if we are going to survive as a community and bring about what's best in us. I think that through this hard period, you've got to remember people's wages have gone down and people don't have money. However, you know, like you look at the Cyprus Islamic Trust under the leadership of Hussein Hoxha and the other people that are there, they raised 30,000 in excess, I think, of £30,000 for good causes. And that, I think that doubled what last year's achievement was. And, you know, like we did a GoFundMe site, we raised 2,700. The mosque did a GoFundMe to help raise funding for the needed ambulance which they wanted to gain. So there's a lot of generosity in our community, and all these groups that we have now, and you know, even this support initiative, there's people which are dedicating, even if it's half an hour a week to 30 hours, they're dedicating time for the welfare of their fellow human beings. I think that makes me very, very proud. And I think that hopefully this would continue. I mean, this will continue. The essence of what we've built up here is that we are one community, we are one people, we are supporting those most in need. It doesn't matter if they're black, it doesn't matter if they're white, it doesn't matter if they're old or young. If you're in need and you have a certain need, we as a community will be there to help. I think that's important.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, definitely. Very good point. Thank you very much, Erim. As always, Gulay, end message and video.
What I would like to say, I think the community has definitely come together, and I think the greatest highlight for me during this whole period was actually doing the One Love video. And it started with actually a phone call from Erim saying, I have an idea to bring the it always starts with that one idea. I have an idea. So he was definitely the brains behind it, but I was pleasure to actually sit there and edit it, and it took a long time, but I think it was worth it. And it was great seeing people who don't necessarily usually come together but have come together for a great cause. So I think it's amazing, and it was brilliant basically, and it was I'm really glad that I got the chance to actually edit it.
So we're going to watch it now.
Yeah.
The One Love video.
Okay.
Watch out for us.
Okay, here it is. Here's the One Love video.
The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced today.
Cases being tested positive today. Also abroad, flights has stopped.
Standing together to get through
A month
this.
ago, we may not see the
Admiration of
pandemic
the NHS was
today.
already great, and is now just through the roof, isn't it?
within our community. Against this virus, we're all together. Together we will conquer. One love, one human race. God bless you all.
Thank you so much for your generous donation, especially hot meals. They really are just the best thing. So thank you all so much.
You guys are our heroes.
Let's join together and stay inside.
Love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
Let us all pass thanks to our nurses.
Let us all pass thanks to our doctors.
Let us pass thanks to the other, and it will be alright.
There is one question that I would really like to ask.
Is there a place for this deadly virus?
Who has hurt all mankind and those we so love?
As it was in the beginning,
so shall it be now.
One love, one heart.
Let's band together and feel alright.
One world, one heart.
Thanks that we stand together.
Let's join together and feel alright.
Let's band together to fight this deadly virus.
One love.
When we look back, we did it as one.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
One love, one more. Let's get together and
feel alright.
One love,
one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
One
Love,
one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
evde kalıyoruz ama asla birbirimizi unutmuyoruz. Bu zor günlerde hepimiz birlikte tek bir yüreğiz, el ele hep birlikte.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love,
One heart.
Let's get together and feel alright.
One heart.
One love.
thank you. Stay home and
stay safe.
It's very emotional, really, watching that back, because I think it was quite scary times when we made that video, and where we've come to now is quite emotional, isn't it? Because we're sort of coming out on the other end, hopefully. But I feel like it was very unknown, uncertain times, and I think we really pulled it together and did a lot for the community and all those different faces. You know, we're an amazing community, the Turkish Cypriot community, I must admit. It makes me very, very proud. Thank you very much for all of you for coming on my program today. Thank you very much to all the people who have watched us and all the comments. That's it from us from Genc TV. Have a very good evening. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye from everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Welcome, we are Bologna, calling newlyweds or those looking for a new bedroom set. Venti 5-door bedroom set is not only glamorous and modern, but has storage inside the bed. This bedroom set was £3,700, now £2,395. Bologna, we are here for you.